Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, and holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
Hello, 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 everybody. I'm pretty positive I've forgotten something. I don't know what it is. It might be critical to the stream. I am having a moment. Also, my Amazon order has still not arrived, therefore I have no eyeliner. I don't know if any of you ladies out there have ever made it to the absolute end of your eyeliner, aka no fucking pencil left. Naybell, has that ever happened to you? Never to me before. I always had wee nubbins of eyeliner, but I went to sharpen this wee nubbin and nothing. Literally empty at the end. Thanks, Sephora. So, I've ordered new eyeliner, not Sephora. Thanks to my sister who bought that for me, though, knowing that I would never spend that kind of money on myself, which I didn't. But anyways, my eyeliner should be here on Sunday. All that to say, I hope everybody had a wonderful day today. Your Credence and Mikey shirt has been printing since November. What, are they doing it themselves? That sounds like it's a bad thing. Maybe email somebody about that, Naybell. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I know there were some delays on some stuff, so perhaps it's just a matter of the printing company, I would imagine. I don't think Mikey has anything to do with it. I think that's like a separate thing. Most YouTubers don't have much to do with their merch unless that's their like content too. You know how there are some channels that are their content is like videos of them shipping stuff? Maybe you don't know. That comes across my feed a lot. Anyways, okay guys. I do have court for us to watch. I swear. I think I do. I swear I do. I'm pretty sure I do. Let's try this. Okay. Okay. Yay. Okay. Talking to myself. Yay. Also, reminder that Friday nights at my house are guys' night, which means there's a boatload of guys around here being loud. Maybe you can hear them. Anyways, so my apologies. Okay, wow, I'm unmuted now. See, I thought I was muted. Courtney, I love you so much. I love you so much. I can't tell them to shut up, Vicky. It'll only exacerbate the problem. It's like when you're behind somebody and you want them to go faster. It never works to lay on your horn. That never makes somebody go faster. In fact, it tends to make somebody go slower. It's the same with these guys. If I ask them to be quiet, they will indeed be louder. It's just the way it is. Just like if I urged the court to be faster and then, oh, look at that. Right away, baby. Right a fucking way. That was a long time though, 6 minutes.
All right, just a moment here to open the record. The 37th Circuit Court is now in session with the Honorable Brian K. Kirkin presiding. Today is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025 at 8:35 a.m.
Good morning, Mr. Chapman.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And proceed when you're ready.
Thank you. Before the court is J. Sean Clark of case 23450 DP. Mr. Clark is here today after failing to appear before referee Moeller on July 2nd, 2024. Bond is currently set at $500. This is the first bench warrant. He reports no employment. Last payment made on this account was in November of 2024. Front of the court recommends that a reasonable bond be set in this matter and it be scheduled for hearing on January 29th, 2025 at 8:45 a.m. before this court.
Thank you. Mr. Clark, you're before the court charged with civil contempt of court due to your failure to appear at a prior proceeding as a result of your failure to pay child support. Purpose of this hearing is to set a bond that would assure your attendance at the next hearing on January 29th, 2025 at 8:45 a.m. You will get notice of that in writing. Are you able to post a bond, sir?
Huh? Yes, sorry, I'm sorry.
Are you able to post a bond?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how much would you be able to post?
As much as I owe, or a little.
Oh, careful now, son. As much as you owe might be a larger amount than you think of. Also, generally speaking, and maybe I should write this one down, first words to not say to a judge, huh? That would be number one.
A little bit at least.
Well, the bond's currently set for $500.
Okay.
Are you able to post that or not?
Not now at the moment.
Okay. Well, let me do.
What? You just said whatever the bond what is going on? I don't understand. Hold on. I'm going back like 15 seconds. I want to see what he says here.
As much as I owe, or a little bit at least.
Well, the bond's currently set for $500.
Okay.
Are you able to post that or not?
Not now at the moment.
Okay. Well, let me do this. It is your first bench warrant, so I'm taking that into consideration. What I'll do is I'm going to reduce your bond. I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $200. If you're able to post that, you'd be able to be released. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
can I tell you a couple stuff about child support?
Can you do
So you
what?
I'll tell you a couple stuff about child support.
No,
so you can
because
help?
I'm
Oh, please let him tell you a couple stuff about child support, Judge. Please. You could learn. Oh my God. Why is that so funny to me? Oh my God. Can I please tell you some stuff about child support? The judge is like, no, bro. No. How about you pay your child support, come in here, and then tell me about it? I don't know. Like, the judge doesn't give a fuck. The judge knows more than you'll ever know about child support. Here, that's so true. This judge knows everything you think you know about child support. He knows it. Believe me, bro. He fucking knows it. I guarantee there's barely anything that you could tell us right now. He don't even want to hear it. He's not even interested in learning, and he's a scholar. He's a man of learning.
I'm not going to decide anything about that today. We can address that at the hearing, but all we're doing is setting a bond today.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
You're free to go. Have a good day.
Now before the court.
You are laughing. not me. That's you laughing. I'm not ready for this day.
Court is Shatari Gamble of cases 17828DS and case 21913DP. In each of these matters, Ms. Gamble is here today after or as the result of a May 15th, 2024 commitment order. Ms. Gamble was found in contempt on May 15th, was sentenced to 30 days in the Calhoun County Jail in each matter with a purge amount of $500 in each case. She was ordered to pay that or go to the Calhoun County Jail on May 24th, 2024. We currently have income withholding in place since November of 2024. I guess at this point, in front of the court would request that the bonds be canceled, allowing for her release. And I don't see a need for a follow-up hearing at this time.
Mr. Chapman, just to check on this matter, obviously there was a sentence imposed and I presume she didn't pay, did she pay the purge?
No, she did not pay the purge.
And she didn't show up.
Correct.
And how long has she been incarcerated this time?
I do not have that information.
Okay.
I would say one day, probably picked up within the last day.
Okay.
I turned myself in.
What?
I turned myself in.
I couldn't hear you that well.
I turned myself in yesterday morning, well,
Okay.
afternoon.
Okay. Well, why didn't you show up back in May when you were supposed to?
Because I had just lost my fiance. He was dismembered in Lansing. It was a lot. It was.
What did she just say? Hi, Carol. No, I got something in my eye, and I'm glad I'm not wearing any makeup. Oh my god. I dreamed of a video that could be monetized this weekend, and yet here we are. We're so far from green.
A lot. And I did maintain employment from that. I started working maybe 3 weeks after that, and I've been paying child support up until last Friday. But yeah, when I lost my fiance, I was just like.
And
Yeah,
what
he
happened?
was-
What happened last Friday that you stopped paying?
My job, I was getting hired in. I was at Mackey in Parma, and when they were going through my background to hire me in, they noticed that I had these warrants, so they suggested that I go take care of this. So, yeah.
Okay.
I just got an apartment. I've been homeless for over a year, and I just got an apartment.
Well, what I'm going to do in this matter, Mr. Chapman, I'm going to amend her sentence from the 30 days. I'm going to amend the sentence to 7 days in jail with credit for 1 day served. She'll serve the balance of the 7 days, and then she'll be able to be released.
Got it.
Okay. Thank you. You're free to go.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
It's
Have a
always
good
a
day.
bit
Yeah.
cruel. Hold on there, Jeff. It's always a bit cruel when they say you're free to go to the people in jail who are obviously not free to go, but we get your drift, Judge. Ouch. I guess her dismemberment story did not slice his cake one way or the other. Terrible joke, basically. He still gave her 6 more days. That seems like a lot considering she was like all of her shit lined up. At least everything seemed to be at the seams.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Jeff, take care. We'll see you Friday, most likely.
All right, see you, Jesus.
See you. All right, Judge, we can go to our other stuff now. Let's start with Roman. Let's just go in order. I do have both parties here. Okay, please
What the hell?
unmute both of you.
Tiffany, bad look, honey. Maybe look into bangs. I know.
All right. Thank you for your patience. This is case number 2024-1935 DM, Tiffany Vroman versus Adam Vroman. It is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025 at 8:42 a.m.
Thank you. Good morning to both of you.
Morning.
Mr. Vroman, I'm wondering this matter, you've been defaulted. Are you contesting or disputing the entry of the judgment?
No.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Vroman, we have to take some testimony from you, so we'll have you raise your right hand, be sworn in, then we'll proceed.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And Ms. Vroman, do you have the script that we provided you?
Yes, I do.
You can go through that. You do not need to disclose your address.
My full name is Tiffany Lynn Broman. I'm the plaintiff in this case. I married the defendant on August 23rd, 2015 at Marshall, Michigan, Columbus Township, Calhoun County, Michigan. I filed a complaint for divorce on July 3rd, 2024. I have lived in Michigan for 180 days and in Calhoun County for 10 days immediately prior to filing this complaint. When I filed my complaint for divorce, all the statements were true. All the statements in my complaint for divorce are still true today. There has been a breakdown of the marriage relationship such that the objects of matrimony have been destroyed and there remains no reasonable likelihood that the marriage can be preserved. I do not believe there's any possibility of reconciliation. I am not currently pregnant. The defendant and I have 2 minor children together. Their names and ages are Halen Ann Vroman, age 14, and Kinsley Renee Vroman, age 10. I've read all the terms of the proposed judgment of divorce and I agree with them. I ask this court grant an absolute judgment of divorce. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court is satisfied that the testimony does establish the statutory basis. There has been a showing there's been a breakdown of the marital relationship. File does appear to be in order. The court has. I've now signed the judgment of divorce. You are divorced. Best of luck to both of you. I hope everything works out. You're free to go. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Now, let's go to Happy.
Did you say happy place?
I've spoken
Jesus?
with the plaintiff, so he knows he has to get the approval again, 2025, unfortunately. Please unmute both of you.
Can we go to our happy place?
Ms. Tabiadon. Ma'am. Yeah, you're still muted. Just want to make sure you can talk to us too.
Tammy T.
Is that
There
there?
we go. Yes.
Thank
that's
you.
perfect. Thank you for your patience. This is case number 2024-2103 DM, Nicholas Tabiadon versus Tammy Tabiadon. It is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025 at 8:45 a.m.
Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'll ask Ms. Tabiadon in this matter, are you disputing or contesting anything in this case?
No.
Okay, good. Mr. Tabiadon, what I'm gonna do is have you sworn in, and then
Okay.
we will take some testimony. So if you raise your right hand, please.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Sir, you have the script that we provided you?
Yes, I do.
You can go through that now. You do not have to disclose your address, however.
Oh, okay. My name is Nicholas Anthony Tabiadon. I am the plaintiff in this case. I married the defendant on October 3rd, 2015 in Albion, Michigan. I filed a complaint for divorce on July 22nd, 2024. I lived in Michigan for 180 days in Calhoun County for 10 days immediately prior to filing this complaint. When I filed my complaint for divorce, all statements were true. All the statements in my complaint for divorce are still true today. There has been a breakdown of the marriage relationship such that the objects of matrimony have been destroyed, and there remains no reasonable likelihood that the marriage can be preserved. I do not believe there is any possibility of reconciliation. My wife is not currently pregnant. The defendant and I have one minor child together. His name is D'Angelo Tabiadon. He is 16 years old. I have read all the terms of the proposed judgment of divorce, and I agree with them. I ask this court grant an absolute judgment of divorce. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court will find that the testimony does establish the statutory basis. There has been a showing there's been a breakdown of the marital relationship. The court will preserve the proofs at this time. Mr. Tabiadon, you understand that unfortunately you got caught in that situation where a new form went into place as of January 1, so you have to resubmit. But once you have that approval, then we'll be able to get all the judgment and the UCSO entered. You're not divorced until I actually sign that, which still may take a couple weeks. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Best of luck to both of you. I hope everything works out for you. You're free to go. Have a good day.
All right,
Thank
thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's move on to the last one here for the morning. No approval yet for this one.
No approval.
So, all right, please unmute both of you. Okay, thank you.
These two people were together. Look at, she's sort of smiling. She's like, yeah, that was my man. That was my man.
For your patience. So this is 2024 483DC, Nicole Keeney versus Gregory Parker. Today is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025 at 8:49 a.m.
Okay. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
This is the time and place set for the status conference. Back when we were in court on December 20, the court had asked the defendant prepare the orders. Where are you at in those orders, Mr. Parker?
I just got the final form that I needed, and I'll be filing those today.
Okay. Okay, well, what we'll do is we'll put this back on probably a little less than 30 days, because obviously you get the forms filed, it usually takes you about 2 to 3 weeks max for the approval.
Okay.
If you had the approval previously, you're just changing the form, it should be much quicker than that. So we'll put the matter back on in probably 3 weeks and then see where we're at. If we don't have any approvals, et cetera, by that point, the case is getting old enough where the court may end up having to dismiss the case. So
Okay.
make sure you get it taken care of and do it expeditiously so we
Yes, sir.
so we can get the matter over. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Anything, Miss Kinney, that you have?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Thank you both. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. We're going to close it here.
Oh, Jesus, you think so, but that's not fair because Wahoo has not seen a ceiling fan tonight. That can't be. That cannot be. But the good news is the odds of us finding a ceiling fan in one of these hearings is pretty fucking good. So we will press onward. We will press onward tonight in search of a ceiling fan for Wahoo. How about we start right away, Judge? How about you guys don't be lazy, Judge? Please, Judge. Judge. Also, I couldn't help singing, and this is love, do 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 do, during that last thing. Do 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 meow. And this is what makes life worth living.
Brand.
When cases start right at the start instead of waiting fucking 45 seconds. Okay, enough singing. Seriously. Come on, Judge. Just go.
Just one moment here to open the record, Gina.
Thank you.
The 37th Circuit Court is now in session with the Honorable Brian K. Kirken presiding. Today is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025 at 9:54 a.m.
Good morning, Ms. Bhutan.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you today?
I'm doing great. You?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay.
Whoa,
You
did
sound
he
like
say
that.
he's
Sound like
doing
you gotta-
great, first of all? First of all, let's just talk about that. Judge is doing great. What? I don't think we ever hear him say that. He sounds happy. Oh my god, he got Wordle on the first guess. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yeah. You know it happens. You know he guessed that Wordle and it was green, 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 green. And by the first two he knew. Oh, I'm on it today, baby. I'm on it today.
Cole.
Yeah, I got something going on. It's
Yeah.
weighing me out.
Well, I'm glad you're there and not here.
Yeah, I'm keeping my cooties at home.
Okay.
Okay,
Go ahead when you're ready.
Okay, thank you. I have docket 2009-1071 DS Hall versus Atchison. The respondent, Michael Atchison, was ordered to appear this morning for a bench warrant hearing and he has failed to appear. Under the court would request that a new bench warrant be issued for his failure to appear and that bond be set pursuant to statute.
Court would enter a bench warrant for Mr. Atchison as a result of his failure to appear on today's date. Court would set his bond in the amount of 25% of the outstanding arrears or $500, whichever is greater.
Thank you. And I have docket 2000-1036 DP Craig versus Alexander and docket 2010-2388 DS Frederick versus Alexander. In both of these matters, the respondent, Michael Alexander, was ordered to appear this morning for a bench warrant hearing. He did fail to contact friend of the court. However, he did report employment and income withholding order has been generated. So friend of the court's requesting that Mr. Alexander be ordered to pay as ordered and that these matters be adjourned until February 26, 2025 at 8:00 a.m. to monitor his compliance and allow income withholding to be established.
Court would order that Mr. Alexander would comply with the orders of the court and will adjourn this matter to February 26, 2025 at 8:00 a.m.
Thank you. And then I have one docket for Ms. Brown. It's docket 2022-85 DP Burton versus Cochran. The respondent, Tyler Cochran, was ordered to appear this morning for a show cause hearing. He failed to appear, but he is active in the GEMS program, and it has been reported that he has a potential for job at the end of the month. So friend of the court is requesting that this matter be adjourned until March 26, 2025 at 8:45 a.m. to monitor his participation in the GEMS program.
Court would adjourn the matter to March 26, 2025 at 8:45 a.m. to monitor Mr. Cochran's participation in GEMS.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have today.
Thank you. You have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Hi, Katie.
Good
How
morning.
are you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well.
Good.
Proceed when you're ready.
Thank you. The following respondents have waived the right to appear. First is dockets 2014 3131DS and 2018 3019DS regarding Marquise Monroe. They called in this morning and advised they're working on filing a motion for the 2014 case and will resume payments in the meantime on the dockets. Friend of the court is requesting to adjourn the matter 60 days to monitor compliance and allow time for that motion to be filed.
Court would adjourn the matter 60 days to allow the parties to proceed with their motion.
Thank you. Next are dockets 2011 2570DM, 2015 1739DP, and 2022 507DS regarding Jermaine Porter. Friend of the court noticed a discrepancy in the address and is requesting to adjourn the matter 30 days for proper service.
Court would adjourn the matter 30 days for proper service.
Thank you. And finally, we have dockets 2013 828DM regarding Brent Pryor. They failed to appear and failed to comply. Friend of the court is requesting a bench warrant be issued with bond set per statute.
Court would enter a bench warrant for Mr. Heyer as a result of his failure to appear on today's date. The court would set his bond in the amount of 25% of the outstanding arrears or $500, whichever is greater.
Thank you very much. That is all I have.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You as well.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Plan.
Oh, remember, Mark's
How are you
just
today?
starting, guys.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Go ahead when you're ready.
Okay. Just got one today. Docket number 1993 2397 DS, excuse me, involving Henry and respondent Jeffrey Hamilton. Respondent appeared and waived the right to a hearing. Respondent does not have the current ability to pay due to medical issues. Friend of the court requests respondent submit updated medical paperwork, case be adjourned for 90 days, and respondent pay a lump sum payment of $25 due by February 19, 2025.
Okay. Court would order that Mr. Hamilton would make a lump sum payment of $25 no later than February 19, 2025, that he would continue to provide the front of the court with updated medical information. On his condition, will adjourn the matter of 90 days to monitor the situation.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
Judge is plowing through them, and he couldn't come up with $25. That's right, Bill. That's right.
Miss Esther, I was just thinking this morning that we might put a thing out instead of where's Waldo, where's Jamie?
Where
I'm sorry, what? What did he just say to her? Where's Waldo? Where's Jane? Is she Jane?
Go. Hey, that's when you have people doing good.
Okay.
That's when you don't have to see me. Good
Okay.
morning, Your Honor. I just have a few for the record today.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the following have waived their rights for a hearing and agreements have been made. Docket number 2021-002981 DP involving Devontae Reeves. Mr. Reeves is currently in Calhoun County Jail and on other charges. Front of the court's requesting that his bond be canceled. He be released forthwith from the front of the court charge. He is to pay as ordered starting February 1st, 2025. He is to pay back the arrears at a rate of $50 per month. He is to report to front of the court within 14 days of release. And front of the court's requesting this hearing to be adjourned in 90 days to monitor for his release and then compliance.
Was the name Reed?
Reeves, R-E-E-V-E-S, Reeves.
R-E-V-E-S. Okay, Reeves. The court would cancel the bond previously ordered for Mr. Reeves, would order that he contact the front of the court within 14 days of his release from incarceration, that he would repay his arrearage at a rate of $50 per month, and will adjourn the matter 90 days to monitor his compliance, and also order that he comply with all orders of the court.
Thank you. Docket number 2011-003628 DM involving Jesse Campbell. Mr. Campbell is to pay as ordered starting February 1st, 2025. He is to make a $2,500 lump sum payment by the end of January 30th, 2025. Mr. Campbell is to make an additional $2,763 lump sum payment by February 28th, 2025. In front of the court's requesting to adjourn this about 6 weeks to monitor.
Okay. Court would order that Mr. Campbell would make a lump sum payment of $2,500 no later than January 30, 2025. Make a additional payment of $2,753 no later than February 28, 2025, and will adjourn the matter approximately 6 weeks to monitor his compliance.
Thank you. Docket number 2009-003516 DM involving Nicole Conrad. She is to pay as ordered starting February 1st, 2025. She is to pay back the arrears at a rate of $50 per month. From the court's requesting this hearing be dismissed.
Okay. Court would order the respondent would pay her arrears at a rate of $50 per month, that she would continue to comply with all orders of the court, and will dismiss the action.
Docket number 2021-002922DZ and docket number 2022-001667 DM involving Paul Kissinger. He is to pay his order starting February 1st, 2025, and from the court's requesting this hearing be dismissed.
Court would order that Mr. Kissinger would comply with the orders of the court, will dismiss the action.
Docket number 1995-002822DS involving Tremaine Barlow.
Reminder, they don't forget about this kind of shit. This is from 1995. That's 30 years. 30.
He is to pay his order starting February 1st, 2025. From the court's requesting this hearing be dismissed. However, the next hearing is to be set before your honor.
Court would order that, again, that Mr. Barlow would comply with the orders of the court, will dismiss the action, but the next hearing will be with the court.
Docket number 2009-000501DS and docket number 2015-000419DS involving Albert Barroso. He is to pay his order starting February 1st, 2025. For the courts requesting the $500 bonds posted on each docket be forfeited and applied to the arrears. From the courts requesting these hearings be dismissed.
Court would forfeit the bonds previously posted by Mr. Barroso in both cases, order that he comply with the orders of the court, and dismiss the action.
And docket number 2015-001894DP involving Marlo Birdell. No, I'm sorry, Bird the second.
Bird who? What bird are you fucking talking about, Hester? What the fuck?
Bird?
Bird the second, yeah, Marlon Bird the second.
Okay.
He is to pay his order starting February 1st, 2025, and from the court's requesting this hearing be adjourned 60 days to monitor.
Court would order that Mr. Bird would comply with the orders of the court, will adjourn the matter 60 days.
And that's it for me today.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah.
So did you hear the flex at the beginning? Now I understand it. So he said we were going to put out a Where's Waldo where you are, basically, because she never comes to court. Because we see some of them. Poor Mr. Chapman, do they just give him all the shit clients? Or is he the one doing it most of the time? She basically was like, when people are paying, I don't have to be here. So, interesting. Maybe every pin on that board means something to her. Because, to be fair, we watch these all the time and we don't see her. I actually assumed that it was like the role of one or two people, but it seems like it might be per officer. That's each of these are EOs, enforcement officers.
Morning, Ms. Dahl.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Good. Go ahead when you're ready.
All right, I'll start with my record matters. First is docket 2011-730 DM involving Dustin De La Forette. The respondent didn't call in this morning, but we are in the process of establishing income withholding, and we have confirmed his employment, as well as he's made some payments on his own. So front of the court is just requesting a 90-day adjournment to monitor compliance.
Court will adjourn the matter 90 days to monitor compliance.
Thank you. Next is docket 2019-3065 DS involving Curtis Taylor. The respondent did not call in this morning, but income withholding is also in the process of being established, and I did speak to the custodial parent who waived their right to a hearing, and she expressed interest in the parties opting out of front of the court services. So front of the court is just requesting a 90-day adjournment to monitor the status of the case and monitor compliance.
Court will adjourn the matter 90 days.
Thank you. Next is docket 2019-2262 and docket 2022-2086 DP involving Nico Turner. The respondent has been paying, and income withholding just went out to a new employer, so front of the court is requesting a 60-day adjournment to monitor continued compliance.
Court will adjourn the matter 60 days to monitor compliance.
Thank you. And next is docket 2010-1342 DS and docket 2021-1405 DS. Both of those involving Caitlin Doherty. She actually wasn't on the docket this morning, but she did go before referee Curtel for her bench warrant hearing and posted a $300 bond on each case. Referee Curtel did not address those bonds when she appeared before him last week, so front of the court is just requesting your honor to forfeit those bonds on each case and apply it to the arrears.
Court would forfeit the bonds posted by Ms. Dockery.
Thank you. The following respondent failed to appear today and failed to comply. It's docket 2009-3909 DP involving James Taylor. Front of the court is requesting a bench warrant issue with bond set pursuant to statute.
Court would order a bench warrant for Mr. Taylor as a result of his failure to appear on today's date. Court set his bond in the amount of 25% of the outstanding arrears or $500, whichever is greater.
Thank you. And then I just have one hearing with the respondent that's in Calhoun County Jail.
I think there we have.
Are you Sidney Lawrence?
Yes.
We're ready for you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Lawrence, in this matter, you're before the court charged with civil contempt of court due to your failure to pay child support and or related expenses. Upon a first conviction, you could be ordered to serve up to 45 days in jail. If it's a second or subsequent offense, up to 90 days in jail. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
Court advised you have a right to an attorney. The court would appoint an attorney to represent you. Should you desire an attorney, it's my understanding you wish to proceed without an attorney. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you doing so freely?
Whoa, did he just say hell yes? Can I get a hell no? Don't represent yourself in court. Oh my God. Did he fucking say hell yes? I'm pretty sure he did.
To represent you. Should you desire an attorney, it's my understanding you wish to proceed without an attorney. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Voluntarily.
Excuse me?
Freely?
Yes. Are you waiving your right to an attorney freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you, coerced you, used any undue influence, pressure, or promises to get you to waive your attorney?
No.
Okay. Court will find that Mr. Lawrence does freely and voluntarily waive his right to an attorney. Mr. Lawrence, I'm going to take some testimony from you and Ms. Stoff, so I'll have you both raise your right hands, be sworn in, then we'll proceed.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Stoff, you can proceed.
Thank you. We're here today for a bench warrant hearing for docket 2020-623 DP involving Sidney Lawrence after the respondent failed to appear before referee Bradfield in October of 2022. The defendant's total monthly obligation is $107. This comes from $69 for current support. $34.50 is the guideline amount for arrears and $3.50 for service and processing fee. Last payment we received on this docket was $24.71, and that was in September of 2021 through unemployment. This is the first show cause. He's had one bench warrant and no contempt findings. I've monitored compliance for the last 6 months at a rate of $107, meaning he should have paid $642 and he's paid nothing.
Let that sink in, sir. Vicky P. just found in her couch and sent to me more money than you have paid in the last 6 months for child support. First of all, thank you, Vicky. That is so sweet. I love it. And that sucks, Sidney Lawrence. That's a terrible legacy right now. Reminder, in Michigan, where these hearings are being held, there is in fact a bottle return amount of 10 cents per can. So his total obligation being $100 and something in 6 months seems doable. Thank you again, Vicky.
Total arrears on this case are at $2,930.45 through the end of this month. Friend of the court would like Your Honor to be aware that the payment history on this case is very poor. The only payments we've ever received have come through unemployment for a very short period of time back in 2021, but the respondent does have the ability to work and pay. He told me he does side jobs like landscaping and cutting hair for money. The respondent booked into Calhoun County Jail on January 10th, 2025 and has credit for 13 days served.
Okay. Mr. Lawrence, do you contest or dispute any of the statements made by Ms. Tall?
No.
Do you have any questions for Ms. Tall?
No.
What would you like to tell me, sir?
I've had in 20 what?
Sorry, wait a second, please, sir. This is my excuse counter. You may have seen it before. Oh my god, they're getting louder, you guys. After this, I'm gonna have to go out there and monitor shit. Anyways, we've got our excuse counter ready. Let's see what number we get up to. Alright, now you can go, sir.
Well, last year I had a couple of deaths in the family. One being my father, and one being my girlfriend. I also was in a grease fire during that time. I served maybe like 2 months in the hospital for the grease fire. And last year I was evicted from my house, maybe August. And then I've been in jail ever since October 7th in Kalamazoo County Jail, all up until 2 weeks ago. And I was transferred here. But since I've been here, I've earned over 270 certificates, including my culinary arts.
270 certificates and only 7 excuses, technically. Hector! Hello, Hector! Seriously, did he just say he has 230 certificates? What the fuck are they giving certificates for? Because I have questions. I want to get certificates, but even at a corporate job, it's hard to rack up 230. That's high. Is he making them? Does he know how to print them? I have questions.
Right here. Which I will continue to pursue my career as a chef. If that helps. I plan on getting a job. Well, I plan on moving back here to Battle Creek Division. I was already in his life.
You guys, I'm listening to the conversation in the other room. They're talking about having children. They're men. Most of them are older. One of the guys is like, I've been thinking I might want to have kids. I might have to break up with my girlfriend. Should I go in there and beg him not to? Tell him how many fucking child support court cases we're watching time after time after time. Don't break up with somebody and... Oh my god, I don't even know. Oh my god, we have to hustle through this. I need to get in there.
I was getting them every other weekend. I wasn't familiar with child support, but I have been in his life ever since he's been born. Me and the mother of my kids have a great relationship. But if I'm released today, I'm definitely gonna get a job and take care of my responsibilities.
Well, you in this particular matter, your case is from 2020. So we've got basically a 4+ year history in this matter, and you haven't shown a history of payments. You owe almost $3,000 in this case, although you have a nominal support obligation. So why haven't you been working and paying?
Well, for the most part, I have been. I didn't know that I was supposed to have been. I had contacted the friend of court a couple times, but I didn't know that the payments that I was giving her wasn't going on record. but I have been taking care of my son. As far as spending time with him, buying diapers, I provide food. I was on food stamps and stuff like that, so I was getting food stamps. But I did have a like midnight job, like construction jobs. I had my own place, so it wasn't like I wasn't spending time with him. But I didn't know that I didn't know the history of child support. Like I was unfamiliar with child, and the fact that I moved from one place to another place because I was homeless. The address could have got mixed up. I wasn't notified of this one.
Well, that's what happens when you move and you don't give the front of the court your address. They can't send you any paperwork. So every time you move, you have to notify them, fill out a slip at the front of the court telling them where you moved to.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a better job of that. Like I'm moving back to Battle Creek to be closer to them. And the reason that I haven't been like seeing them from time to time is because of the mother of my kids. I guess her financial situation and her car had broke down one time. So she wasn't able to bring them back and forth to Kalamazoo. So that's the reason why I'm moving back closer. So we can have like a better chance of me seeing them than me not seeing them.
Okay. Well, you said you plan on getting a job. What do you plan on doing to get a job?
Well, I have a couple places that I want to work. Like I don't know how to. Well, I'm going to pursue the culinary arts, the certificate I just got. Being a chef, I was working for the mission for a long time. I don't know why they wasn't taking child support out of my checks, but I was working at the Kalamazoo mission.
Bill reading my
as a chef.
mind. I already
And I
offered
plan
my
on,
services and he's thinking about it.
Pursuing continue my education, maybe at the community college and working at the same time. You
say you worked at the Kalamazoo Mission. How long did you work there?
I worked there for about maybe 3 or 4 months.
I said I'm a proven breeder.
And was that last year?
The year before last.
Okay, so back in 2023.
Yeah.
How much were you making at that time?
I was making maybe $12.50, I think it was $12.50.
Okay, $12.50 an hour.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what did you do last year, 2024, to acquire employment?
I was cutting grass, bushes, trees. I did
Bushes.
drywall. I did a lot of things.
How often did you work at odd jobs?
Odd jobs, maybe like 3 or 4 times a week. It all depends on how much work was. It could be a moving job. It could be a construction job. It all depends on what type of work was needed.
On average, how much would you say you made per week working odd jobs?
Maybe about $250, $300.
So you don't have any physical or mental disabilities that keeps you from working?
No, sir.
And what's your education background?
I graduated from high school. I've been doing college courses online. Like I said, I have like over 200 certificates I just earned while I've been in jail. I have a janitorial certificate.
Okay. Anything else you'd like me to be aware of, sir?
The fact that I lost my father, I was like primary caretaker for him for a little while before he died in August. So I had to go back and forth to Chicago.
Okay. Anything else?
I have a son. Well, I have a daughter in college, a son in college. Champaign, Illinois. And then the 5-year-old's in kindergarten. So I've missed half of his kindergarten year so far. So I was hoping that I can get out and at least, be a part of him being in kindergarten.
Okay. Well, court will make the following findings in this case: that Mr. Lawrence has has a support obligation of $107 per month that he has just slightly under, just under $3,000. He has exhibited a very poor payment history, although he's worked odd jobs. As he said, he works 3 to 4 days per week. He makes $250 to $300 per week at his odd jobs. Notwithstanding that, he's not, in fact, had a good payment history. And in fact, his last payment was back in September of 2021. And as a result, we have almost 3.5 years of non-payment. He states that he has assisted the mother in paying for some things, etc. But again, he has not paid a support obligation in this case. He has high school education. He's taken some college online, and he's pursuing that. He also notes that back in 2023, he had a job for 3 to 4 months in Kalamazoo, and during that time, he didn't pay any support obligation whatsoever. The court's going to find that he's failed to demonstrate a good faith attempt at compliance. He's failed or refused to comply, and he is in contempt of court. Anything before sentencing, sir?
No.
Mr. Lawrence has been in jail for a period of time. I could sentence you up to 45 days in jail. I'm not going to do that much. What the court's going to do is I'm going to sentence you to 30 days in jail with credit for 13 days served, allow you to purge yourself of contempt by paying the sum of $500. And if you don't pay the purge amount, you'd remain in jail. Do you have any questions?
What's the purge amount?
$500.
$500.
You're free to go, sir. You're free to go. Have a good day.
I was going to ask, do I have to serve the whole 30 days?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
You're free to go.
We're all free to go. I'm free to go sell my womb to the highest and only bidder. Actually, that's illegal in Canada. Please note, for legal purposes, that is not what's happening here. Not even allegedly. So, just so that's clear. But I am gonna go. I love you guys so much. I will not be on tomorrow, but we will be back Sunday, regularly scheduled. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Do me a favor, like the video, and remember that I love you and I'm proud of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Oh, and you can be a surrogate. Hold on, music. You can be a surrogate in Canada, you just can't get paid. You have to do it for free. Yeah, basically that. Okay, bye.
Done ready to ride.